I don't even know that this is recording. I guess I'm just gonna like take a chance and hope that it is. Hello and welcome back. Today we're gonna be talking about the one thing that I wish I knew about content creation that I wish I knew sooner, especially because I identify as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, a content creator, and if I had known this from the very beginning, then I probably would have changed up how I did social media a really long time ago. Main thing, because there's like three. The main thing is that if I had known that I wasn't going to be making any real traction unless I was incorporating like me, who I am, my story, where I came from, like parts about my life, like if I knew that sooner, then I probably would have started doing that. But because I paid people thousands of dollars to teach me how to make as much money as they were, I fell for the belief and for the thinking and the idea that you need to like only talk about educational content and you only need to do this one thing and you only need to do educational content is great, but at the end of the day, I have something to offer you and I have a unique perspective that can help you get clear on something or to help you organize something in your brain or flip something on its head so that you could see it different. And whether you know it or not, that's probably the most important thing about content creation because I am coming across to the camera as who I am to you. I could have realized that sooner, like incorporating more of me and more of my story and more of my life. And I feel like just now I'm starting to do that. And I don't know that I'm doing it in the best way even sometimes. But if I had known that from the beginning, then I probably would have done that a lot earlier in my journey than waiting 4 or 5 years until I was like into this rut, like at this bottom of my life. But like I wouldn't have waited so long to start injecting more of me in my content. And I think that's the most important thing. And that's why I want to hit on this first. So don't be afraid to do that. Inject more of yourself and like become more of you the more that you record videos. Like become more yourself. The second thing, the second secret, if you will, that I wish I knew about content creation is that it is legitimately a full-time job. And if you're doing other things on top of content creation, the only way for you to get this done is to ask help and like hire help and get people to help you out to get it to the way that you want. Okay, I'll give you an example. Some of my favorite YouTubers and creators are like Eric Conover or Vanessa Lau or not Millie Bobby Brown, she's on Netflix, Millie Adrian, a lot of people who I watch and I like their vibe here on YouTube. And like, I don't necessarily like my background, obviously, but I can't change that. This is the situation that I'm in, and I'm not gonna not record videos because of my fucking background. Like, I'm gonna do it because this is something that I've been dreaming about since 2017. And then I went in all these different places because I hired all of these different people to tell me how they did it to find out that that's not the way that I wanted to do it. So now I'm finally doing it the way that I want to do it, right? So like where I'm going with this one is like they have a lot of help and some of these other creators have openly talked about how they have video editors and how they have a team of people and how if they were to edit, then you probably wouldn't stick around long, right? Like probably the same thing with me too. If I were to edit my videos, then you probably wouldn't stick around long either, but you understand where I'm going, right? Like what I'm trying to get at is that you have other people to help you in your court because it is a full-time job. You need to come up with the idea. You need to find the time in your schedule. You need to edit it and make sure that it flows naturally and flows nicely and that it's, well lit and there's all of these things and your chin doesn't scrape the microphone like mine does every single time I'm trying to record. There will be a day, I know, not that far from now, where it will happen because I know my YouTube is going to take off this year and I know that what I have to offer is valuable because I'm going to share from my personal experience over the last 5 years of me paying thousands of dollars and having all of these stories accumulated. And I have these experiences to be able to help you and to watch you prosper and for you to not make the same mistakes that I did. Like, oh my God, that is like the biggest takeaway from all of this. So anyways, back to the second point here. Content creation is a full-time job. And if you need help, ask for help. It's like Hogwarts, okay? If you need help, ask for help, Harry. Ask for help. It's okay for you to ask for help. Okay, third thing before I wrap this video up that I want to talk about, the third secret that I wish I knew before I became a content creator, is that if you are a business owner, you are also a content creator, whether you want to be or not. Because if you don't create content for your social profiles, and if you don't create content to get yourself out there, then you are doing yourself a massive disservice. I am involved with a company right now who has 0 social media presence, and I have submitted proposal after proposal to the investors of the company. Investors is a very strong word. The board of trustees. I have sent proposal after proposal to the board and said, you should be on social media. Here's why. If you don't have a social media presence, you're losing money. And like, I have outlined everything from soup to nuts about why this company should get onto social media and how I would be able to help this company with social media, because I've only been doing it for the last 5 years. And this company refuses to budge. And you know what? That's on them. But what I do notice and what I do see about this company is that it is very old, it is very traditional, and it is not actually keeping up with people who are in that industry and in that world, because that world, the one that we all live in right now, is very dominated by social media. I can't tell you how often I see my parents even, okay? And my parents are older, all right? They're definitely well into their 50s and 60s here. They're on TikTok. They're scrolling TikTok. And I know that there are people watching YouTube for how-to videos, and there are people on Instagram so that they can envision and see this influential life for themselves. And there's people listening to podcasts, and all these numbers keep going up and up and up. And if you're a company and you're not posting on social media, and you're not making you're not putting your services or your marketing out there on the world on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, any place, then what you're doing is you're basically digging yourself a grave and putting your company in it. If you are a business owner, you are a content creator. And if you are also a business owner, then you know how to create an efficient system for you to create content in a schedule that works for you, that is going to be effective and efficient for your business. And if you don't know how to do that, you've got a big problem. You have to learn how to do that, because I swear to God, the biggest thing that I have learned this year and late last year is that when you go into creating content that is going to be very circular and direct for your sales and your business, it's going to be 10 times easier for you to make a sale without even realizing it. Like, you don't even have to like actually sell, because your content sells for you. And I know there's all these people who are like, content that converts, content that converts. I'm like, yes, okay, it is definitely a thing. Obviously, it wouldn't exist if it wasn't a thing. But I just think it's like content that converts is starting to become the whole new like used car salesman in my mind. And I think that there's a way for you to be able to provide information like that and not seem like a sleazy used car salesman. Because when you approach your content from a place of true value and a place of true giving, then what happens is you come across that way on camera. Like, your energy is coming across that way, and you're like, okay, I'm providing this to you, and you're not asking for anything in return. You're not. Simply because of that, then people are going to be naturally inclined to look at what it is that you offer, and look at your services, and look at what you have going on in your events. Or maybe it's like a, like a retreat, or you're going to be featured in something. Like, they're going to go where you go because they're going to be interested in what you have to say and what you have to offer in your brand. And also, if you're sharing this, your story, where did you even come from? So if you are a business owner, I wish I knew this like 10 times earlier. Really, truly, I wish I did. If you are a business owner, you are also a full-time content creator. And if you are not posting content, you are digging your grave, and you are lying. You're just jumping right into it. Those are the 3 things I wish I knew. Okay, if you're new here, welcome. Please definitely be sure, if you're interested in the social media marketing, the money, and the manifestation type of content, to subscribe and turn on your notifications, because we will be jumping into this information on my channel as frequently as we possibly can. So that's different. I like it. It's more me. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing now. Thank you for watching. Definitely be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and I will see you in the next video.